This is the second demonstration of digitising and sharing old photos. This time around I'm going to use an Apple iPhone with the application Photomyne to scan photos in, and Google Photos to save the images into an album, and Apple Mail last of all to distribute the links. I'm just going to give a demonstration on using Photomyne. So let's just get my main screen on. Let's find my app. It's down the bottom there, called Photomyne. Let's get into it. Okay, now I'm using Photomyne as a free scanner, so I don't really want to join Photomyne, so I'll just hit the X on the top left hand corner of the screen to get out of the offer, and then scroll down. These are all my previous albums. Scroll down so it says till I find the scan a new album. Press on that. Now I lay my photographs out on this case in a dark surface, plenty of good natural light. Try and make them as straight as you possibly can, and then with the scanner you make sure you've got all the edges in, and you press and hold the button at the bottom, which has got a picture of a camera on, and you hold it for 3 seconds. Okay. Now what it's going to do now is going to try and identify the photographs and crop each one in turn. This takes a few minutes. It's normally well worth the wait. There are other products around other than Photomyne, but the thing I like about this particular application is that you can do several photographs at once. Here I'm doing 6, and you can see that it not only crops the 6, but also does a little bit of improvement as it goes through. I think it's absolutely fine. There we go. Okay, now I then press the little icon down the bottom right hand corner which shows me all 6 photographs, and it's now saved my album. It's cropped it quite well, but you can actually, if you want to change the cropping, you can use the software here to crop it. Just select each photograph in turn, and there's a menu down the bottom. The left hand one lets you rotate, so let's just rotate it. Okay, the next one allows you to crop, but actually I think the cropping before that it does for itself is absolutely fine, so let's leave that as it is. I'm going to select the 3 dots on the right just to show you what is offered. There's edit photo details, which we're going to have a go at here. This is quite useful because it allows me to, for old photographs, it allows me to put the date in, and I happen to know this was 1986. Not sure of the month, but I think it was probably August, and I'll just put the 1st of August in, and I say yes, that's absolutely fine. So I'm now going to hit the tick button, and now that's now got a date. This will come in handy when you come to save your photographs in Google Photos. So let's hit the X and we'll get out of that particular photo details, and again go in the back arrow. Right, and now this time what we want to try and do is we want to save all 4, and I'm going to save them to the camera roll on my iPhone. This is on my iPhone, and so we'll select photographs. I'm trying to remember how you do it. Let's hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I want to save all 6 photographs, and I'm going to save to this device. There we go, and that will save it on my camera roll. Now I've got my iPhone set up so that any photograph saved to my camera roll will automatically be added to Google Photos. So I'm going to get out of Photomyne now. Photomyne, before we leave, Photomyne has an option of saving it on their own storage. It is chargeable. I've always had my photographs on Google Photos, so I'll continue to do that, and I'll show you how we edit them. So I hit the X in the top left hand corner to get out of that bit. Back arrow. Now I'll just hit the home button to get out of Photomyne for the moment, and I'm going to go through to Google Photos. And this is my Google Photo account. You do need a Google account to be able to use them. You can see it's beginning to load those photographs up. It's only doing 5 of them at the moment, but that'll do for the process. The 6th will be added in a minute. It just takes a bit of time. So what I'd like to do is to be able to add these to an album. So let's select the photos first of all. I select photos. I hit the 3 dots on the right hand side, which is the additional menu. So I'm going to that one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I'm going to add them to an album. So I'm going to create a new album. Here we are. I'm going to call it Baby Photos. And now I just hit the tick button to say I've finished with that. That's absolutely fine. And now it's added those to Baby Photos. If we just spend a little bit of time looking at Google Photos now, if I go back, I can display albums. You can see the latest thing I've added is the baby photos there. And I've got various albums for various activities or various holidays that I've been on and so on. If I go back to the individual photos, you can see that it actually lists them all in date order, and this, if you have a look, I'm just scrolling down the right hand side using this scroll key, and you can see it goes all the way back to 1962, and there is the July 1986 photograph where I amended the date. Photomyne is useful in that you can amend all the dates, and this gives you a chronological view of all your photographs. Now let's go back to albums, and let's assume I want to share this photo album with some others. So let's pick the album, and we go at the top here, and again I hit the 3 dots on the right hand side, and we go down to sharing options, and I'm going to share the album. And it says anyone with the link can share these photographs. So basically the link is here on the top half screen. It says link for sharing, and there's a very long link which I don't think you really want to copy, but I'm going to use the copy link function, and now it's copied that link. So again I hit the home button on the iPhone to get them out altogether, and I'll go into mail. Right, and I'm going to create a new email. I'm going to send it to myself. I'm going to send it to myself. I'll also send it from myself. I've got lots and lots of email addresses for various things. It becomes a bit of a pain with the iPad, but away we go. And then I'm just going to, sorry, I'll put something in the subject saying, this is my new album. And then I just hold it down, it'll, oops, sorry, no, I want to do it in the body of the message. I'm just going to paste in that link that I copied, and I can just send that, and then I can send it to anyone I like, and they'll be able to view that album. Okay, that's the end of that demonstration on Google Photos and Photomyne.